Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sendra Krisdayanti. So today I will present the materials about how to teach ICT in different stages, especially for Key Stage 3 to Key Stage 4. Teaching ICT to KS3 student could be a problem because it is a new phase for the student to come to school, as they were busy previous time in their time for the preparing the exam in the past, and then they also have to decide which school that they would like to go. So the phase of the transition, this could be the problem for the KS3. And how to handle this matter? The KS2 to KS3, then we created the transition project. The project is called About Me project. It is the presentation that's created in the year 6 to be presented in the year of 7. So they explore the concepts such as fitness for the purpose, audience, and evaluation. And then, but there is also some delays of this project because the ICT transition project are not always feasible in the school due to the capacity and then willingness for the primary and the secondary teacher to collaborate. And then also, but there is also the benefit of using the project About Me. This is that the student can see their prior learning is valued and developed. And then also enabling the secondary school teacher to focus on a new concept of knowledge and understandings about the students that they get themselves. Also, another strategies that can be applied to overcome the transition problems, we can do the school visit during the school term or the break to introduce the secondary school or the KS3, or a modeling a primary structure in the year 7, and then the next is provide a transition coordinator teacher. The transition coordinator teacher which is created. And then the last one is the year 7 visit to transfer experience. So there is a 7 year which is go to the 6th year of student. They transfer the experience. So the 6 students in the KS2, they already know how is the situation in KS3. Ways to support any students into secondary school. The first one is make assumption regarding student ICT capability based on the data provided by the primary school. And then the second one is conduct the initial task. The third one is use a basic self-assessment audit. And the last one could be using baseline assessment, usually question and answer at the start of each of the new project. So the teachers at the KS3 can get the knowledge about the students. To introduce year 7 to ICT, that we have to make the student familiar. First, we have to make the student get to know to the new school environments, and then we can also ask them to use the network for the first time. That take a considerable length of the time for some students to remember the user ID, and also they will need to understand your rules, and then the teacher's rules and the routines, including how their work is stored. So initially they introduce to the ICT, and then later on they already know the rules, adapt to the new situation, adapt to the computer, how to store the data, and etc. Key step 3, teaching and learning. At the beginning of Key Stage 3, students will need a great deal of support and a guidance as they develop their knowledge of ICT concepts, theory, practical skills, and using new hardware and software. As they progress through the key stage, the teacher needs to gradually step back and allow pupils greater independence and make them responsible for their learning. Is bridging Key Stage 3 to Key Stage 4. Research conducted by REDEX at 2003 highlighted 4 areas where teachers and school can help pupil transition to Key Stage 4. First, making the importance of nature of work in the year 10 clear at the start of the year. And then perhaps using induction session or subject teachers reviewing course content across Key Stage 4. And then clarifying in the term independence and how this will impact on pupils, sharing the relevance of learning, and then making time for pupils reflect on their learning. That's the bringing key stage 3 to key stage 4. You can see the routes for the progressions. In NQV levels, as you can see, there is an entry, level 1, level 2, and then also the descriptions of the examples of ICT qualification. Like for example, entry level certification in using ICT, and then for the entry level certification in ICT skill for the life. And then there are many more, as you can see by the tables. For the last presentation is starting year 10. In starting year 10, a number of approaches have been used in this scenario to help pupils learn successfully. About the topic, this is that the teacher explained what validation and verification are and when they use them. And then the second one, the teachers reinforces this through a reading activity. And then students are asked to give example based on their experience. And then the technique is applied to individual project, follow up through questions and answers. And the last time, in starting year 10, we give them a practical demonstration. That's all the presentation for today. Thank you.